Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Slight correction there. The We're Observers is new. It's new, and it's the adventure photography part of my business. I teach photography. I've been doing it for 5 years. What I'd really like to talk to you about today is my portrait photography. That's what I specialize in. I love people. What I really love about your presentation, Scott, that it had a very strong story to it. And photography is really about stories, and portraiture is about meeting people who have stories. And in this room, we've got lots of business owners, and every single business here has a story, a history, and we want to tell that story very clearly through the way we promote ourselves and present ourselves. So, can you just hit the start of that, please? So I'm going to talk about my portraiture. This will give you an indication of the many portraits I've done across the food industry, across comedians, TV presenters, lots of promotion, musicians, designers, video people, actors, actresses, headshots. There's a lot of ways you can shoot a portrait, and for many reasons. The area I'm focusing on is portraiture for corporate, because it's a very, it's an expanding area, and I think a lot of businesses now have to have a strong set of pictures to tell their story in business. Okay. When your photography is used well, it can give you an edge over your competitors. So this girl, for example, Barbara Turley, commissioned me to do the photos. She had a very strong network, and she actually used those photos well. And if you look her up on the internet, you will see a suite of photos, all shot on the same day, all shot with a similar background in similar light. So everything looks connected, and it gives her an edge over some of the other women in her industry, because she looks like she's got it together. She, in fact, has it together. I worked for Peter Gilmore and Key Restaurant for the Think Group for a while, and as big as they are and as reputable as they are, they didn't have an asset library. And so I sat down with the people who ran their marketing, and we talked about how important it is for every business to have an asset of pictures that reflect what their business is about. And a customized photo library allows you to express yourself by showcasing what's unique to your business. You can combine the photos in many ways to showcase exactly what your business does and allow its true colors to show. Lots of examples here of product and people. Again, it's telling stories. Another restaurant in Surrey Hills, Bishop Cesar, they used a photograph on their About Us page, which no stock photograph could do more justice to. It's them, it's their characters. They've got a glass of wine, they're standing in the street. They've got a story to tell from that photo shoot. So the storytelling is the important part of photography. Lots of photographers around now. One of the reasons I got into photography education is because everyone has a camera in their pocket. It doesn't take much to take a good photo. It just takes a little bit of thought and how you approach it. But a professional photographer doesn't rely on luck to get his shots. They use a method that works. And their responsibility is to take the person being photographed and lead them through a structured session to get a result at the end of it. These are comedians, so I could do this with them. They look like they're standing on the wall, but in fact I got them to lie down on the floor, and I shot above them overhead. One of the reasons I did that is because he was complaining about looking too big. And so by lying on the floor, gravity's pulled his face back and given him a better jawline. And he just went with it because the other guy went with it. But that's Paul McDermott, from the Doug Anthony All Stars, and this is the dude from Tripod. And you can ask comedians to do stuff like that. You can't ask CEOs to do stuff like that. So it was a nice experiment. But this is the part that I really wanted to talk about. This is the important part. This is what I'm launching today. Sandra and I have done a little collaboration initiative, And this is the exciting part of my presentation. Thank you, Tristan. So I'm starting up something called the Portrait Palace along with Sandra. It's an initiative to get corporate portraiture, to bring them in and to do corporate portraiture and make it easy, make it accessible. It's professional solutions for an inappropriate corporate photography. So long gone are the days where you could crop a photo and use it on your LinkedIn profile. You really need to think about what your photo says about your business and proceed that way. This is what an individual's profile picture should be. Simple. Lots of likes, lots of people commenting on it. It tells your story and it reflects who you are.
A good looking buyer.
So they're very clear, they're very simple. Another member of a B&I group somewhere else.
Hello,
Should have been lying down, Sean.
Lots of corporate portraiture, so actors, for example, and an organisation's aim is to have photos which are unified and professional. That was shot over a 12-month period, but I approached it in the same way, so it looks all the same. New South Wales Bar Association, there's a lot of members. They look unified. Everyone looks like they've been shot at the same time, which they were. Again, you're getting the idea. So this is what the corporate portraiture will end up being. I have a studio. We get people in. We shoot them under lights. I have a gallery system. All the pictures go onto a gallery, and the process is very simple. It's a process. It's a system. Group photos as well. Events are a great way to get everyone in one place, and you can tell the story. You can tell where they are. You can tell them they're having a good time. They're all together. They're all laughing. And so the main thing is to collaborate with your photographer and use their creativity if they're a creative photographer. You can use it on all areas of social platforms, and you know social media loves content. So we did this for Shoot the Chef. It was a competition. All businesses got great value out of it. I turned them into fridge magnets, and I go and visit some of the chefs that I know, and they've still got the fridge magnet on their fridge because it's 4 incredible chefs in Australia. Another one, this is Otto Restaurant, and obviously it's Italian, and we went with the theme, and they loved it. They got lots of traction from it. So you can really get creative with it. He's a 14-year-old chef, read all those books on photography. They're all amazing books, you know, around the world. So I'll finish off by saying you've got to give your images purpose, and you've got to use your image wisely. There's a couple of people in the group who have used their images wisely, and there's a couple of examples.
Yeah, that's good.
First one was
That's a really good one.
It was very timely. We've just finished the landing page for the Portrait Palace. The idea is to offer up every Mondays people to come through, half an hour session. They book automatically, they pay online, they come in, get the photos done, it gets downloaded. It's a very easy process. My referral, just by finishing by saying that, my referral request is anyone you know who needs to update their LinkedIn profile. Any organisation that wants their whole team photographed, education institutes that want to get photos done of their whole faculty. And thank you very much for listening.
Are you ready?